Hi, I'm Joel Grimm, National Sales Manager at Thor Motor Coach. Today we're going to discuss the all-new 2016 Thor Motor Coach Siesta Sprinter. Joining me today is Adam O'Dell, Sales Representative at Thor Motor Coach, who's going to go through some of the nice features that this coach has to offer. Adam, can you explain to me some of the items that make this coach safe and strong going down the road?
Sure. You know, as Thor Motor Coach, we really take a lot of pride in innovation, versatility, and affordability. So honestly, rather than me just actually talking about it, why don't we just take a peek at it and I'll show you in person?
Perfect. Fair? Sounds good.
All right, follow me.
All of our motorhomes are engineered using the best combination of aluminum, steel, and fiberglass. The walls and roof are constructed from aluminum, which provides a strong yet lightweight skeleton to support the overall house of the motorhome. Our floors are built from steel. The heavier steel construction helps lower the overall center of gravity of the motorhome, while providing an excellent platform to help insulate the interior of the RV from road noise. The insulation within the walls, roof, and floor is low-density polystyrene foam. The insulation is form-fitted to all structural areas to provide protection from the exterior elements. The sidewalls are finished in fiberglass. Large flat sheets or rolls of fiberglass are laid upon a lamination table to be prepped and bonded to the aluminum structure. A large glue applicator runs beads of adhesive every inch down the length of the structure to ensure 100% coverage. Now the lamination process takes place. The entire walls, roof, and floor are inserted into an individual lamination bed where air is removed and pressure is applied, causing the adhesive in the walls to flash, also known as vacuum bonding. This flashing permanently bonds all the layers together, providing an optimal structure to build a motorhome. With the lamination process complete, a final routing of all cutouts in the structure is performed. All openings in the walls and roof are framed in aluminum, while the floor is all framed in steel. This extra step ensures the openings are always sized correctly, so items like windows, vents, and entry doors will fit each and every time.
Well, Adam, it seems like a well-constructed motorhome. Question I have is if I'm traveling across the country or just going on a weekend getaway, how much storage do I actually have to take my stuff with me?
Great question. So earlier I mentioned to you how Thor Motor Coach has innovation, right?
Sure.
We pride ourselves on innovation. So there's three things that I want to point out with our storage, all right? I'm going to bring you around here and show you. So number one, all right, if you notice around the edges here, we're using steel, all right? This is a basement storage coach, okay? In lieu of having one sidewall all the way to the bottom and having holes cut out for the storage, we actually stop it here and create a steel cage construction for the storage, all right? All the steel is actually cut at Moride, okay? It's all gonna be laser cut precision, so therefore to the highest degree, all right? In lieu of that, we also have the rotocast storage compartments, okay? It's a 5-spun plastic, therefore giving you the opportunity where it can't rot, mold, or mildew. If it's steel and carpet, what could happen if it gets wet?
Oh, it could get mildew, it could rust.
Could rust, okay? And if you have allergies, what can happen?
Yeah, you can sneeze and...
Right, okay? So in lieu of using this steel and carpet, we use a 5-spun plastic, all right? And it's basically an injection mold, and it can't rot, mold, or mildew, okay?
Wow, that's great.
And lastly, if you notice these nice side hinge baggage doors, okay? They're side hinge number one, they're not gonna be overhinged, so therefore you don't have to duck below to get to your actual stuff. It's side hinged, and every door that we have is fully insulated, and it's all aluminum. Again, aluminum can't do what?
Can't rust.
That's exactly right. So therefore, aluminum, steel, and the 5-spun plastic ensures for your storage to be safe and sound throughout the entire years of camping.
Wow, that's great, Adam.
Yeah.
Can you show me some items on the back of the motorhome?
Yeah.
Well, Adam, now that you've showed me all the great storage that this Thor Motor Coach Siesta has to offer, what type of towing do I have? Can I tow a vehicle? Can I tow a trailer? Can you explain that to me?
Good question. You know, earlier I mentioned to you innovation. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about versatility. All right. The beauty of our Sprinter product that it's very, very versatile. All right. So therefore, if you do want to tow a car, boat, or bike, you have the opportunity to tow up to 5,000 pounds.
Wow, that's great.
So 5,000 pounds is a huge thing on this because a lot of people are towing what?
Oh, little cars,
Sure.
little trailers, things like that that they can get around.
Sure. Okay, so very, very big deal. All right. Also, Joel, if you notice, the entire rear end of this coach, it's a one-piece rear fiberglass molded cap. All right. Now, if you notice, there's no seams in it, right?
Sure.
Anywhere in the entire cap, top to bottom. Now, what's the benefit of having no seams?
Well, less chance for separation,
Right.
water to get in.
Right, and it looks nice too.
Sure it does.
All one piece, all right? So with that being said, we have a ladder, right? Now with our ladder, what we do is we're actually going to place electro galvanized steel behind this to basically deplate it, to keep it from, sagging or from, denting the back of this or whatever. So we put electro galvanized steel in the back of this. Last but not least, if you notice up here, we're going to have a backup camera. Now the beauty of this backup camera is that it has 19 LED night vision lights in it, all right? So therefore, even at nighttime, if you're in a tight situation when you're backing up, it'll prevent you from hitting your coach and causing any future damage.
Well, Adam, I hear a lot about motorhomes being self-contained.
Yeah.
Don't really hear that a lot in travel trailers. Can you explain to me a little bit about what self-contained means in a motorhome?
Yeah, self-contained basically means that this coach here is equipped with a generator, okay, water heater, and 3 tanks. You have a freshwater tank, a black tank, and a gray tank. All right. So what that means is that it's self-contained, is that you literally can take this motorhome in the middle of the woods if you have the resources for it. So if you have enough fuel and water, you can actually camp, which we call it dry camping, for as long as you have resources for it.
Wow, that's great. Now the generator, is
Yep.
it run off of LP or gas, or what is available on this Siesta?
Well, standard in the Siesta is going to be a 3600 LP generator by Onan. Okay, and we do have the optional 3200 kW diesel generator. Okay,
Wow.
now either way, the LP will run off the actual LP tank, and the diesel, if you option that in, that'll run off the actual diesel fuel tank itself. Okay.
Wow, that's great. Well, thanks for the explanation.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, now that we've looked at all the storage on the outside, know that this motorhome can tow a vehicle,
Sure.
tow a trailer. Now we know it's self-contained and exactly what that means. Why don't we go on the inside and take a look and see what the Siesta has to offer?
I like that. Let's go.
Right. Well, Adam, now that we're sitting in the cab of the Siesta Sprinter motorhome, feels nice and compact up here. How easy is this motorhome to drive?
You know, it's a good question. And back to that versatility thing that I talked about, because it's such a big deal with Thor. I mean, innovation, versatility, and affordability, huge. All right. So the versatility of this coach is that I recently took a 2,000-mile road trip, and honestly, the way that it moves in and out of traffic is unbelievable. I mean, I'm literally, it's almost like I'm driving a normal size vehicle. Okay?
Really?
So I can maneuver in traffic. I can park almost anywhere. I feel comfortable in this. I feel safe. And honestly, I was disappointed when I got back in my rental car to come back home.
Drives that nice.
It drives that nice. Yes, it does.
Wow. Safety features. You know, whenever you're looking at an automobile, safety is always a very important part.
Yeah.
Can you go over a few safety features that this Mercedes Sprinter has to offer?
Yeah, I will. A couple things. First off is that it's going to have airbags, all right, in the driver's side and the passenger side. All right. We also have side belt safety harnesses, all right, from the factory.
Okay.
All right. And also for visibility, see those side mirrors, all right? They're going to be nice and big and oversized, so therefore you can see your blind spot. When I was driving this coach, I had no issues at all with blind spots because of that bottom mirror.
Wow.
It's incredible.
That's great.
It really is, all right? And last but not least, backup camera. All right, so actually it's right here. You can see it, and you can actually adjust it from the outside if you want to. But backup camera also helps if you're towing a vehicle. You know?
Sure. Another thing that's very popular in vehicles these days is GPS.
Yeah.
To make your, you're traveling down the road and you're navigating through unfamiliar towns. Is this coach equipped with GPS?
Good question. What we decided to go ahead and do is that what we found is that people are, I guess they're more leaning towards their smartphone nowadays for GPS.
Sure.
Okay, so what we decided to do was actually go away from putting GPS in the actual module, all right? And we've added an HDMI output here, all right? Therefore, this has the capability to mirror your smartphone.
Wow.
So therefore, the navigation you have on your smartphone, you put it down here, you hook it up, and then that image, all right, will literally appear itself on this screen. It's awesome. I mean, I use it on my trip. It's awesome.
Well, that's
It's
also,
incredible.
if you got somebody traveling with you, it's got to make it easy for the passenger to actually type in addresses and navigate to pop up on the screen and get the driver to go where they're looking to go.
And plus, while you're doing that, there's a USB port, and it charges your phone too.
Wow,
That's a huge
that's
concern,
incredible.
is charging, right?
That's incredible. Well, you know, Adam, the front of this cab looks extremely comfortable, nice, a lot of safety features, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And also, you know, just the wood dash applique up here with the nice wood grain gives a nice high-end feel to the Siesta Sprinter motorhome. So thank you for going through these features with us.
welcome.
And if you don't mind, maybe we can take a look at
Yeah, I'd love
what
to.
the living room has
Yeah.
to offer. Now we're in the living room part of the Siesta Motor Coach. You know, what's important to a lot of folks is seating, seatbelt seating. It is a tight, small motorhome. So can you go over a little bit of what type of capacity it has?
Yeah, you know, one of the biggest concerns in a small motorhome being 24 feet is, you know, where am I going to sit my friends, family, you know, people in the campground if they want to come over to our camper?
Sure.
Okay, so what we've done is we have the sofa, which can seat 2 or 3, okay, but we teamed up with Mercedes, all right, and being that we're an innovative company, we actually have the 2 front captain and co-captain chairs that will swivel around and actually literally double your interior living room sitting area.
Wow, that's great.
That's really good.
That's what I call innovation.
I like it. Right.
Well, Adam, now that you've talked about the great seating capacity in this small little motorhome, something that I noticed when I first walked into this coach is the beautiful cabinetry. Gives you a residential feel, almost something that you would find in some people's homes.
Right. Good thing you brought that up because, again, with our innovation and versatility, this cabinetry, which I'm very proud to announce, this is the first custom-built cabinet in our small motorhomes that we've done. All right. That there is a high-end, real hardwood, high-gloss maple cabinet door. And this is all custom-built for this entire coach.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, Adam, the cabinetry is a beautiful feature that this coach has to offer, and it is standard. Looking around this motorhome, too, I see a lot of other features that really give it a nice residential feel.
Yeah, you know, from the top down on this coach, we really want to give it that home look and that home feel. Because when you're away from home, you kind of sometimes you kind of want to be home. So what we did is we combined those two, and you know, with the cabinetry and how that looks, if you look at the floor, okay, I want to point this out real quick because number one, this is our brand new vinyl floor that we're using, and it has a very, very high-end look. I mean, literally from the top down, you can't even tell it's not like tile. It's very, very real looking. So if you also notice that we have no seams in our floor, okay, there's no holes in the floor.
I did notice that.
There's no holes there. And we also take the vinyl all the way to the edge, right? We don't cut around any furniture. So when I open this, vinyl's still below there, right? We put the vinyl to the edge and put the furniture on top of it, therefore it can't curl up or over time, you know, change the look of anything.
Sure.
Okay. So in combination with the floor and the cabinetry, let's talk about the chef kitchen. I call this the chef's kitchen because it's so versatile, and that's what we're about. You know, that innovation and versatility is huge with us. So having this kitchen so nice and quaint is that you've got the one-piece bowl here, all right, and that's all stainless steel, very residential, very nice looking. You have the faucet, which comes off, so you can clean around. You even have the stovetop over here with a flat surface, so that's going to do what for you?
Give you more countertop
That's
space.
going to give you more counter space, and the key in a coach like this is counter space, because you never have enough,
Sure.
right? So by adding that, adds to that counter space, right? Perfect.
Also, I noticed, too, it comes standard,
Perfect, exactly.
giving you a
Now
cutting
that
board.
is innovation.
That is innovation.
That is innovation. So look at this. I mean, you've got plenty of room here to put pots, pans. I mean, you can store stuff. So small coaches don't have this.
Sure.
All right, that's a big, big deal. All right, convection microwave. All right, and last but not least, to add to that residential style, we're doing full drawer guides, which are roller ball bearing, and they're full extension. So you can get to the very back of this, no problem at all.
Wow, you guys have just done a great job. Very nice appointed front living room area, residential feel. As I look into the back of the coach, though, I see a huge sleeping space back there.
You
so
have
maybe
no
you can
idea.
maybe you can show me a little bit about that.
Joel, you got it. Follow me. With adding to the versatility of the 24ST, this has twin beds in the back of this coach. All right, so you've got 2 twin beds, and they're going to be each 30 by 73 inches. In addition to that, there's a cushion that will actually fill in the portion that's missing and make that one huge king bed, which will be 90 by 73 inches.
Well, Adam, we really appreciate you coming out today and going over the nice features and benefits of the exterior and interior of the all-new 2016 Thor Motor Coach Siesta.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
At Thor Motor Coach, we build many of the world's most recognized brands of motorhomes. To make sure your new motorhome is the perfect fit for you and your family, our engineers work with More Ride International, the leader in chassis modification, to design and construct the foundation for your motorhome. More Ride provides the steel assembly that makes up the basement storage and support structure of the motorhome. Raw chassis come to us from leading chassis builders like Ford, Chevrolet, Freightliner, and Mercedes-Benz. Computer-aided design models allow Thor Motor Coach engineers to provide More Ride all the information needed to make the perfect parts for each chassis. A specialized steel cutting and forming process is used for each individual part. The use of these metal forming machines help create consistency throughout the build. Many chassis need to be modified based on the floor plan of the motorhome. These chassis will be stretched to provide the optimum combination of storage and drivability. Steel C-channels are welded in place to provide strength and rigidity. The lengthening of the chassis requires a modified drive line. New drive shafts connect to the transmission and rear differential. Specialized machines are used to create the correct drive angles and balance the new drive shafts before being installed on the unit. Steel cross members make up the largest section of the structure, spanning horizontally from side to side over the main frame rails. These cross members support the floor of the coach while evenly spreading the weight of the coach for better stability while driving. With the newly formed structure in place, the chassis is brought in for painting to protect the raw steel from the elements. This special paint is formulated to help inhibit rust and corrosion. Special attention is spent to ensure only the steel structure is painted, leaving all of the automotive components with the standard coating provided by the chassis manufacturer. Even though you can't see what is beneath the beauty of the motorhome, you can be certain Thor Motor Coach and More Ride International have created a strong foundation meant to stand the test of time.